Hey guys, welcome Joseph Anthony and Wendy Rich. We are bringing you a stem cell non-invasive activation PowerPoint presentation, and we hope you enjoy it. It will answer a lot of questions about stem cells. And so let's get right to it, guys. Let's go ahead and unpack. So what are stem cells? So today we're going to be talking about non-invasive methods and therapies that are used to basically heal and help the body to regenerate. So stem cells are used to regenerate our cells. It's kind of like the fountain of youth, but that's the good news. Wendy, tell them about the bad news, that what happens as we age.
Well, as we age, our actual need for stem cells increases as we get older. But unfortunately, the amount of stem cells that are released into our bloodstream actually decrease as we get older, and at a dramatic rate. When we are teenagers, out of the 100 trillion regular cells we have in our body, 1 billion of those are circulating stem cells, and out of those, once we are the age 30, those go all the way down to 400 million. When we're the age 50, they go to about 250 million, which is a 75% reduction from when we were a teenager. Then by the time we skip down to time we're 80, it's a 95% reduction. So like I said, our need increases because as we get older, we need to heal, but it just decreases. So the question is, what do we do about this? How do we get our stem cells to start, how do we activate them so that they can heal our bodies as we need?
That's a great way to get this thing started. So guys, if I told you that Wendy and I are both in our 70s, would you believe us? How do we look? Do we look like, what you would imagine somebody in their 70s would look like, with the stamina that we have, with the amount of energy that we have, right? And that's why we have this Forever Young, because behind the scenes, guys, there are people that are living younger, longer, by what you're about to witness and experience. And you can experience this too, guys. So, and if you want to know our ages, you're going to have to join our group and our team. So, but let's get right into this. So here we go, Wendy. We're going to unpack activating your stem cells, right? And one of the things that we're going to be discussing and you're going to review is others who have been wearing a unique type of patch. Wendy, do you have one on that you could just kind of hold your...
I have one right here.
Okay.
Today.
Mm-hmm. So
I have one on the back of my neck, but you can't see that one. So.
Okay. So Wendy is actually wearing a patch, guys, and we're gonna meet a couple here who have been wearing these patches and have been getting amazing results. So let's go right into it. And here's our first. Let's move this. Okay, here we go.
My dream was to be a professional motocross racer. From age probably 10, 11 years old, I basically practiced every single day after school, and my dad brought me to the races 35, 40 weekends a year for 11 straight years. And so that set the tone for my life in the sense of that's what I want to do. When I was 17, had an accident on my motocross bike and was out practicing, hit a rock and some grass, and it sent me flying. I landed straight down on my head and instantaneously lost feeling. So you can imagine, all of a sudden, the universe has other plans, and you adjust. The first time I got in a racing wheelchair, it was the first time that I felt free. The first time was just blissful. It was the first time that I forgot about my accident. I forgot about what I couldn't do. I started remembering what I could do and who I was. And all of a sudden, I was lit up. After my accident, the first thing I did was set a goal to finish a marathon. And then fast forward 10 years, and I did almost 30 marathons. And shortly after doing my first triathlon, I realized I wanted to do an Ironman. And shortly after that, I made it my goal to win Ironman. It's 140 miles, 2.4 mile swim in the ocean, 112 mile bike in the lava fields, and a 26.2 mile marathon. And this takes about 12 hours to complete. Fast forward 8 years, heartbreak, failure, ups and downs, roller coasters, and I get to the Ironman World Championships, and I win. I'm not interested in being a disabled person. I'm interested in doing something that's big on this planet. And for me, it was, how do I get the best for myself? And for me, it just was athletics and sports was the vehicle. And so ever since then, it's just, how do I be my best? I first discovered LifeWave because I had pulled my shoulder cross-country skiing. So as a wheelchair athlete, cross-country skiing is just arms. So you can imagine just arms, no core, abs, no back, and a freak accident. First time I'd had an injury in 29 years. And an acquaintance from Facebook reaches out because they see my post on social media saying I had injured my shoulder. Like, I've got something I think that may help. Fast forward a week and a half, I get these patches in the mail that are the size of a quarter. I stick it on my arm. I wake up the next morning. All of a sudden, I wake up, I've got less soreness in my shoulder. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's half gone after 10 hours of sleep. This is amazing. Blew me away. Fast forward 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm putting those things on every day, and I'm getting the same results every day. Why did I spend $25,000 on stem cells injections where I could be getting, I don't know, the same results with a fraction of the cost? And it's so easy, no prescription, and it's safe. Healing, recovery, bone health, soft tissue injuries. I'm just using my shoulders for all mobility. I'm doing an Ironman that's 140 miles long that takes me 11 hours. I got to take care of my body. So having a product like LifeWave makes so much sense to me because first of all, there's no chemicals I'm putting in my body, so it's all natural. And knowing that it's making me better while I'm sleeping, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's your mindset that's gonna make you succeed or not. Every day when you wake up, you can choose to have any attitude you want. And so that same mindset is the reason why I use LifeWave. It's the reason why I push myself. You're gonna fall, you're gonna stumble. With the right mindset, with the right attitude, there's nothing you can't do. Taking that attitude in life not only makes you feel good, it makes the people around you feel better. And then all of a sudden, the world is better. Such a cool way to live.
That's amazing. That is so stimulating. It's so powerful. It's really, there's someone that a lot of people recognize, Wendy, and you and I both have seen her, Suzanne Summers. You know, she used to be on Three's Company, and she's been an advocate and I guess a spokesperson for LifeWave, the company that manufactures these. And I thought what she said was interesting. Let's kind of listen to what she has to say.
So I've asked you this question before because I interviewed you in my book, Breakthrough. Thank you very much. I have to ask again, and I remember it took me a while because your brain works differently than we mere mortals. How do your patches work?
The patches work by stimulating points on the body that are known as acupuncture or acupressure points, depending on the culture. And it's really fascinating when you think about it. 1.8 billion people use acupuncture or acupressure as their primary means of healthcare. This system of medicine has been around for 5,000 years, and it can be used from everything for simply balancing the flow of energy in the body, for improving our energy, or it can be used to treat things like allergies. And so we have this system of medicine that's been around for several thousand years, and it's part of our body's communication system. And if we begin to understand that as we age, two of the things that happen that are extraordinarily detrimental are a decline in our body's energy production and a decline in the efficiency of the body's communication system. If we improve energy flow and energy production, if we improve the body's communication system, then we have a very dynamic way of improving our health and also slowing down and even reversing some of the symptoms of aging. So that's what I'm really excited about, and especially when we translate it into benefits that people experience every day.
So I'll play devil's advocate because I'm sure that this comes up a lot. Is there any scientific proof of your patches that they work?
We've done numerous studies. We've already had a number of them published. We just had one on carnosine published, one on glutathione published. We've had others published on energy patches. And what we find is that the patches will change and balance the electrical properties of the body. And this is very exciting. So we've had heart rate variability studies. We've got a brainwave study coming out that's going to be published soon. We've got studies that have been done on electromyography. So we've got 30 studies completed, and we've got another 30 on the drawing board right now.
Tell me about your study, Dr. Clark.
I use technology that's called infrared imaging, and we're able to measure thermal differences of the skin temperature down to 1/100 of a degree. With that, in a practical way, we're able to see the abnormalities that other technologies just simply don't see. We're then able to patch the appropriate areas and measure the body's response.
What I'm getting from all of this is a very sophisticated new approach to aging, to health, in something that appears to be so uncomplicated, which is a little patch. Hi, I'm Suzanne Summers. I am passionate about health. I'm just finishing my 20th book. For the last 10 years, I've been involved only in writing about cutting-edge health, non-pharmaceutical health if necessary. I'm not anti-pharmaceutical, but only resort to Western medicine when absolutely necessary. In any other instance, I always look for an alternative, a natural way, a non-drug way to heal or alleviate whatever condition I'm experiencing. 5 years ago, I met David Schmidt, the founder of LifeWave, and we just clicked immediately because we were on the same page. There's a thread, there's a synergy between what he does and what I do. And so I've attended many LifeWave events. I've gotten to know the team at LifeWave, David Schmidt, Mike Collins, Dr. Halterwanger. I've interviewed them. I've put chapters in my book, particularly Breakthrough, featured David Schmidt. Dr. Halterwanger, I featured in Knockout in another section. They have so much to teach. They energize me with their imaginings and the possibilities of aging without illness, of aging successfully, and aging as something that is aspirational. So because of this synergy, it was important to me, if I was going to hook up with any company at all, that we were in sync together. And I can't think of a better company to not only work with, but to have fun with than all of you who are involved here at LifeWave. This is an incredible experience for me. I am proud to be your ambassador, and I love going on the trips with you, and I look forward to many, many, many years to come together, because I think that the dream has only just started. I think LifeWave has potential and possibilities that are beyond our imaginings right now, and nothing could thrill me more.
How does this technology work? So let's get into a little bit of what this technology is, the science. You guys are probably all sitting there wondering. So they talked about a patch, right, Wendy? We apply a patch to a specific point in the body, such as the area of pain. And you saw that Wendy has a patch. She's wearing a patch there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was just showing where I had the patch on today.
Right. So maybe as we go through these slides, we can kind of take turns. So, just talk a little bit about, let's talk a little bit about how this works. So you see that it's activated by body heat, which the patch reflects wavelengths of light in the infrared and visible spectra. So our bodies give off what kind of heat, Wendy? What kind of light?
Infrared light.
And it's interesting that he was talking about, David Schmidt was talking about acupuncture meridian points, because it's very common, and the energy, the communication of energy in our bodies. Well, what is happening is that these wavelengths of light onto the surface of the skin stimulate nerves, which in turn create this biochemical response from the body known as photobiomodulation. The first time I heard that word, I was like, wow, never heard that word before. But that's the basis of this phototherapy. So we're talking about a completely non-invasive approach here, right? Because, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say that, yeah, we're talking about not the original form of stem cell therapy, which is a very invasive, where this is something totally different, non-invasive form of helping our body produce its own healthy stem cells instead of putting a foreign substance in our body.
So what is the benefits, Wendy, from using X39? Let's talk about X39.
Well, so the X39 helps our body, like we said, produce our own healthy stem cells like we had when we were young, like teenagers. And it's proven that stem cells can actually treat, beat, and heal some of the most chronic health conditions that people put up with and have to deal with. So if we can actually get our body to produce healthy stem cells, we in turn are helping our body to fight almost any condition that we might have to face. And this X39 patch does just that. It helps our body, and the way it works is it helps our body to produce a copper peptide using the biomodulation. It helps our body produce a copper peptide that is known to produce healthy stem cells. So, and there's more than one benefit. Everybody experiences different benefits. It could be anywhere from better sleep to muscle healing to, it's unlimited in what it can help with.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like you were saying, it produces this copper peptide and also elevates antioxidant production and a decrease in inflammation, which is pretty amazing. So that's where this more energy comes from, using it daily. Like Wendy and I have been wearing these patches for almost a year and a half, and definitely feel that we have an abundance of energy. In fact, do you remember me telling you once that, like, before I was wearing the X39, I used to drink like 5, sometimes cups of coffee a day, 5, 6 cups of coffee a day, just to keep myself going. And
Yeah, I still drink coffee because I like the way it tastes, but I can't drink as much because I realize, and I just don't feel like I need it as much. I just like I said, I like it for the taste, but I have plenty of energy without drinking coffee now.
yeah,
It's really cool because the energy that it gives you is not the jittery energy that coffee gives you. It is just a natural energy. It's the kind of energy we're supposed to have.
yeah, that's the key word, the kind of energy we're supposed to have, because what it does is it increases our cellular energy. That's the key, guys, cellular, so that you feel less tired and fatigued. And you said, Wendy, about sleep, better sleep. What, like, did you notice that right away? That you,
That I noticed that the very first patch I wore, the very first day, I slept so good, and I used to have a problem with tossing and turning like a lot, and laying awake and not being able to fall asleep. I don't have it. I literally, the second I close my eyes, I'm pretty much asleep usually now.
so it's deeper and longer.
Mm-hmm.
What about pain relief?
Definitely pain relief. Yes, that was one of the first things I noticed as well. I had been dealing with some shoulder pain and hip pain, and that was noticeably different right away. And it hasn't. And the benefits of these patches are, what's the word? Accumulative. So the longer you're wearing them, the better it gets. And so I am still continually noticing better benefits of pain relief.
What about wrinkle reduction?
And they activate collagen in our skin, basically, which decreases. I feel like I look younger than I did when I started wearing the patches a year ago. Instead of looking old, a year older, I feel like I look a couple of years younger than when I started. And you also, we were looking back at pictures of you, remember, and you look younger than when you started wearing the patches.
It's unbelievable. People say that to you and to me all the time. It's like, I tell them my age and they're like, let me see your driver's license. No, you can't be that age. It's just, I mean, Suzanne Summers is in her 70s. She's like 73, and most people would think she's probably in her late 40s or early 50s. And the other thing about sports performance too, like you come in contact with people that are bodybuilders and are interested in sports performance. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, the X39 increases our performance and our energy. But we have, there also is another patch that we have that's called the carnosine patch that can actually increase our stamina up to 125%.
Absolutely. People have noticed hair growth. Activating stem cells in the scalp leads to hair growth. Scar removal. You were telling me too that you had some scars, that helped in remodeling and alteration to the structure of the skin, which heals old scars,
Yeah, I have a scar that had texture to it because it was a burn. It's kind of a bad burn, and you could still tell that there was something that happened, but it took the texture that how to explain that. It changed the texture of it to more of a soft, back to my normal skin texture.
Amazing. Wound healing, like when you cut yourself or, scratches or even other more severe wounds, it helps in elevating the production of growth factors, leading to an increase in wound healing. Almost 3x is what they're saying. So
if you think about it, it just worked. Like when we were kids, remember when you cut yourself and you would heal fast? So, wearing these patches makes us produce stem cells like we did when we were younger. And so that's why we noticed when you're wearing these patches, you notice faster wound healing, because we're healing kind of like more at a rate like we did when we were younger.
Yeah, it's a total. That's where we came up with this tagline, "Forever Young," because you are beginning to live younger longer. You know what I mean? Like people want to
Yeah.
live longer, but how about living younger, looking to renew your youth? Does that make sense?
Yeah, we're all gonna, obviously age, can't stop that, but we can feel younger and live as we were when we were younger for a longer period of time, until into our old age. We can actually feel good, and we don't have to get old and be okay with not feeling good. We can actually feel good.
So, in the clinical research, what's really going on here for those that are maybe doctors or looking to understand a little bit more of the technical, it rewrites thousands of our genes in the DNA to a younger state, guys. So, our DNA, our genes are actually getting rewritten to be younger. That's amazing when you can say that your product, these patches, the X39, is rewriting our genes and our DNA to a younger version of ourselves, to a younger state. That's just, it's crazy. Um, so we're basically going to pause here, guys. But what we wanted to do is we just wanted to give you an opportunity to really seriously consider some of the health benefits to you and to your family and to people that you know that are looking to live healthier, are looking to enhance their sports and athletic performance, are looking to really turn the clock back, turn the hands of the biological clock back without cost prohibitive injections, because that's the invasive side. Doctors are always, in pharmaceutical companies, let's face it, Wendy, they're in it for this, the big bucks, right? So when you're being charged 5, 10, 15, 20, like the Iron Man said, he spent, what was it, $25,000 for injections.
And the thing is, you may have a shoulder issue and a knee issue, and you have to get injections in both to fix both, and then you have to have them done again and again, and you take the risk of infection. We've done a lot of research on all the different infections you can get from the injections. So, that's either that or it's, wear a simple little patch that can actually heal any part of our body that needs to be healed. We don't have to pick, okay, can I afford to have my shoulder fixed or my knee fixed? No, you can just wear a patch that will fix them both, heal them both, and no risk of infection, no downtime, no, you don't even have to go to the doctor. You just get it in the mail and you put it on yourself. It's amazing technology. I'm just thankful that I found it.
Yeah. So let's do this, guys. So here's the question, right? Are you someone who is looking to get more energy, who is looking to benefit from a lot of the positive benefits that the X39 and many of our other patches, which you didn't even get into today, can provide to you? Are you someone who is looking just for the health benefits only? Are you someone who wants to look younger, who wants to have more energy, increase sports performance, sleep better, look younger, etc.? Or are you someone who wants all of those things plus wants to look at a business, possibly adding a business to whatever you're doing now? So, decide who you are and get in touch with Wendy and myself. Wendy has, I'm going to put her website, it's rebootme.me, and you can get in touch with her. You can get in touch with me. We are doing seminars. We have doctors that are interested in and that are getting involved, chiropractors specifically, health practitioners that are looking to add this product line, adding the X39 and the other patches to their health practice. and many are going away from that old invasive type of healing to this new non-invasive type. And so Wendy and I, would be glad to help you. We would love to show you how you can add this, how you can benefit. And yeah, we are, willing to help you if you want to grow a business. We can show you the business side. We have a non-invasive stem cell Facebook group, which we will put the link, and you can be part of our group as well. So yeah, we want to hear from you. We want to be able. This is all over the world, guys. We are in, I think we distribute in like 12 or more countries, like a dozen languages, different languages. It's already done for you. You don't have to do anything. There is a mobile app, guys, that you have access to that does so much. I mean, the company provides you this LifeWave mobile app. I mean, it's amazing when you look at what this company has. So Wendy and I have been with the company for about a year and a half. We are excited to add and help you. If you want to do either or, let us know. We are looking to help you. Get in touch with us. Just go to Wendy's rebootme.me and let's help you live younger, longer, and help others live younger, longer, and add a nice side business too. You can start part-time and it may grow into something bigger, as it has for many people. And so Wendy, anything you want to add to our viewers today?
No, I mean, the only thing I could think of is, just try it. You don't know. I always like to say, you don't know what you don't know until you try it. No.
That's it, guys. So forever young. Who wants to be forever young? That's the question, guys. Hope to see you on the next one.